The boy's name was Ayan. He lived in a small town where afternoons stretched long and quiet, and the streets filled with dust and laughter. Ayan was known by everyone, not for his studies or discipline, but for how easily he lost track of time. The moment the school bell rang, his bag landed in a corner of the house, and he ran outside with a ball under his arm. Hours passed in games, races, and noisy jokes. The sun would sink, shadows would grow long, and still Ayan played, promising himself he would study later. Inside the house, his father watched silently. He was a simple man who worked with patience and precision, measuring his days carefully. He never shouted. He never scolded harshly. He only observed. His mother reminded Ayan again and again to manage his time. But the boy smiled, nodded, and ran back outside. To Ayan, time felt endless. Tomorrow always seemed far away. As weeks passed, Ayan's notebooks remained half empty. His lessons confused him, but he brushed the feeling aside. "I'll fix it later," he told himself. "There's plenty of time." His friends laughed, played, and moved on, but Ayan stayed the same, trapped in the comfort of the present moment. One evening, as the sky turned orange and purple, Ayan returned home later than usual. He was tired, his clothes dusty, his mind still buzzing with the game he had lost. He expected dinner and rest, but instead his father quietly asked him to sit beside him. There was no anger in his voice, only calm. Without saying much, his father took out an old wooden box. Inside were small objects, a broken watch, a faded notebook, and a smooth stone. He handed the watch to Ayan. The glass was cracked, the hands frozen in place. "This watch stopped years ago," his father said softly. "When it stopped, I thought I could fix it later. I never did." Then he opened the notebook. Its pages were blank except for the first few lines. "I plan to write my goals here," his father continued. "I waited for the right time. The right time never came." Finally, he placed the stone in Ayan's palm. "This stone is from a river near my childhood home. I used to sit there and waste my days, thinking life would wait for me." His father looked at Ayan then, not with disappointment, but with honesty. "Time is quiet," he said. "It does not warn you when it leaves." That night, Ayan lay awake. The images returned again and again. The frozen watch, the empty pages, the stone worn smooth by years of flowing water. For the first time, time felt heavy. He realized something had been slipping away, not loudly, but steadily. The next morning, Ayan woke up before the sun. The house was still. He opened his school bag and looked at his books as if seeing them for the first time. The words were difficult, and his mind wandered, but he stayed seated. It was uncomfortable, slow, frustrating. Yet something inside him refused to stand up and run outside. Days turned into weeks. Ayan did not become perfect. He still played, still laughed, still ran with his friends. But now he watched the clock. He gave his time a shape. 1 hour for study, 1 hour for play, 1 hour for rest. Some days he failed. Some days he succeeded. But he no longer ignored time. His teachers noticed the change before his marks improved. His focus sharpened. His confidence grew quietly. When he didn't understand something, he asked. When he felt lazy, he remembered the broken watch. One afternoon, Ayan sat alone after school, watching his friends play in the distance. He wanted to join them, but he also wanted to finish his work. For the first time, he understood the choice. Time was no longer something that carried him. It was something he carried. Years passed. The boy who once wasted hours became a young man who valued minutes. He still smiled, still enjoyed life, but he moved with purpose. When opportunities came, he was ready. When challenges appeared, he faced them calmly. Time had never been against him. It had only been waiting for him to notice. And from that day forward, he never let it pass unnoticed again.